If our favorite time traveler from Back to the Future had hopped in the DeLorean and zoomed straight to year 2024, here's what Marty would be surprised about. Picture this. Marty McFly, fresh from 1985, bursts onto Wall Street in 2024. Gone are the bulky shoulder pads and Gordon Gekko wannabes. Instead, he finds slim-fit suits and people glued to glowing rectangles. Back in my day, Wall Street was all about yelling into phones the size of bricks. Now, everyone's whispering into sleek devices, probably buying Dogecoin on the toilet. It's enough to make you say, "Great Scott."
Remember when information traveled at the speed of a fax machine? Well, Marty is about to learn about the internet, that thing that was just a twinkle in Al Gore's eye back in '85. It's kind of a big deal now. No more waiting for the newspaper to print stock prices. Now it's all about instant updates, algorithmic trading, and enough financial news to make your head spin faster than a DeLorean hitting 88 miles per hour. Let's be real, the technology of 2024 would blow 1985 Marty's mind. Forget self-lacing shoes, this is next level. Remember those giant cell phones that only rich jerks had in Back to the Future? Now even toddlers have phones smaller and more powerful than Doc Brown's time machine. And speaking of Doc, can you imagine his reaction to artificial intelligence? He'd probably try to build a time-traveling Roomba.
The internet alone would send 1985 Marty into a tailspin. Imagine explaining social media, e-commerce, and the concept of memes to a guy who's just figured out how to use a CD player. He wouldn't know a Bitcoin from a bit-o-honey. But hey, that's why we're here. To take a trip down memory lane and see what investment opportunities Marty, and maybe, just maybe we, might have missed.
Remember Marty rocking out to Huey Lewis on his Walkman? Well, in 2024, it's all about Apple Music and Spotify, but let's stick with the theme. If Marty had just held on to those Apple shares he might have picked up in the 80s, well, let's just say he wouldn't need to worry about plutonium for the DeLorean anymore.
From clunky Macs to sleek iPhones, Apple's journey is the ultimate shoulda, woulda, coulda for any investor. But it wasn't just Apple. The entire tech landscape exploded. Marty could have invested in companies like Microsoft, Amazon, or Google back when they were just starting up in garages or dorm rooms. Talk about a missed opportunity. But hey, hindsight is 2020. Or should we say, hindsight is 1985, because that's the year Marty wishes he could go back to with a suitcase full of cash and a subscription to Tech Investor Weekly.
Section 4, Amazon, Google, and the rise of the internet. Even Biff couldn't predict this. Speaking of Amazon, can you imagine Marty explaining online shopping to Doc? No more crowded malls or pushy salespeople? Doc would probably build a time machine just to go back and buy his scientific supplies in bulk from the comfort of his own garage. And Google? Forget libraries. Information at your fingertips? It's enough to make a teenager from the 80s spontaneously combust. Remember Biff Tannen, Marty's nemesis with a knack for making money, usually through less than legal means. Even Biff would be impressed with the rise of e-commerce and search engines. He'd probably ditch the sports almanac and create his own online casino, and then get shut down by the feds. Some things never change.
Section 5. Bitcoin. What's a Bitcoin? Crypto and the future of money. Now let's talk about something even more mind-blowing for our time-traveling friend, cryptocurrency. Imagine trying to explain Bitcoin to a guy who still uses cash and thinks Atari is the pinnacle of gaming. So it's like digital gold that you mine with computers, and it's decentralized, and sometimes a single tweet can make it crash? Yeah, Marty's brain would probably short-circuit, but who knows? Maybe Doc, with his love of all things scientific, would embrace the concept of blockchain. He'd probably try to build a time-traveling Bitcoin miner. The point is, the world of finance has gotten a whole lot more complex, and some might say confusing, since Marty's time.
Section 6, McFly's financial wisdom, learn from the past, invest in the future. So, what can we learn from Marty McFly's hypothetical 2024 Wall Street adventure? First, the future is weird. Second, technology changes fast, so you've got to stay ahead of the curve, or at least try to without accidentally creating a paradox. But most importantly, investing, even in the face of constant change, is crucial. Marty's journey reminds us that the biggest risk is often not taking any risks at all. So whether you're a seasoned investor or just starting out, Remember the lessons of Back to the Future. Embrace the unknown. Be adaptable and never, ever trust a man with slicked back hair who offers you a deal that sounds too good to be true. Unless, of course, that deal involves a time-traveling DeLorean. If you cracked a smile, chuckled, or even just thought, hey, that wasn't bad, then do your civic duty and hit that subscribe button. It's like planting a tree, but instead of oxygen, you're helping spread joy and knowledge across the interwebs. And don't stop there. Smash that like button like it owes you money and share this content with your friends, family, co-workers, and that one person who always sends you memes at 3 a.m. Let's be honest, they need this in their life. So, what are you waiting for? Subscribing is free, it's fun, and it might just make you 10% cooler in the eyes of everyone who sees your impeccable taste in content. Results may vary, but hey, it's worth a shot.